Talk about a crusher. Yes! Oh!
Are you kidding me?
And gone.
Welcome back to the Schoolyard Sports Podcast. I'm the host of this podcast, Lane Frank. We're now in episode 227. It's for 227 episodes through, and I got an action-packed episode planned for you. So I had a fun Friday night. I went to the 25th anniversary of the Harold and Carol Pump Foundation Celebrity Dinner. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's put on by two of the most connected people in sports that I've known for a very long time, David and Dana Pump, where they get the best celebrities in the same room on the same night once a year, and this was the 25th time they'd done it. Now, I've done this event before, and this event is for a great cause. If you don't know what it is, go to haroldpumpfoundation.com. It's to find a cure for cancer, and they do it in the best way by bringing media, by bringing fans, by bringing celebrities all into the same room. I used to go to this event as a fan. Now I go there as media, and I got some great interviews this year, by far the best we've had in the 4 years of doing this foundation dinner. I got Wayne Gretzky in this episode, Spike Lee, Sammy Sosa, Johnny Manziel, and so many more great interviews. I even got David and Dana Pump themselves. I won't bore you any longer. Let's hop into the episode where it's all the interviews from the Harold and Carol Pump Foundation. Stay tuned. All right, Schoolyard sports fans, we're opening up the 2025 Pump Dinner with Cedris, Ceballos, former NBA All-Star. Thank you for doing this interview.
Appreciate it, man.
So, first question I got for you. You obviously played with the Lakers, when they were at the Forum. What are some of your best memories playing in LA with the Lakers?
Wow, being home was just wonderful. Smelling the popcorn, running out that tunnel with the gold on was just huge. I always tell people, and they always ask me about the best part about being a Laker. It was only one place where we were booed, and that was Boston Garden. Everywhere else was just a home game for us, and it was just exciting. The fans, the neighborhood, the city, the people, just great.
You had a great time at Phoenix with Charles Barkley. What's one Chuck story that you have that you don't think some people know?
Charles has he's a guy that doesn't like to waste money.
Okay.
So one time he dropped a quarter in the commode one time and got all frustrated and started bad languaging. And he comes over to me and asks me for $100. So, being a new teammate of his, I gave it to him, and because I was afraid of him, he throws $100 in the toilet, goes in and gets the $100 and the quarter. And then I thought he was really weird then, but then he goes, man, I'm not crazy. I'm not stupid. I'm not putting my hand in for 25 cents, but $100 and 25 cents, I go get it.
That's hilarious. I appreciate this interview. Thank you.
Thanks, guy for guy.
All right, Schoolyard sports fans, we're back here with one of the greatest athletes of all time, Wayne Gretzky.
I don't know about that.
Thank you for doing this interview.
Thank you. It's a great night. It's great to be part of this. And, we play to win championships, but the extra stuff that we do as athletes that we're lucky enough and fortunate enough to do, we don't do it to win awards, but it's a special night.
You've been named the great one since you were very young. How did you handle that pressure and really live up to it and more throughout your career?
I don't know. I just got lucky, I guess. I came from a great family, and then I married into a great family. I got great kids and now 6 grandchildren, and I just been blessed. I've been around some wonderful people.
When we look at the new landscape of NHL and even the Four Nations, which I love, was that something you would have liked to have played in during your career?
Oh, yeah. All those kind of international events when you get the best against the best in the world is special. I got to play in the Olympics in '98. In Japan, I got to run the team in '02 in Salt Lake City, and nothing better than the Olympic Games, and I know the players all love it.
Last question I got for you. What do you think you'd be better at right now, going on the ice rink and playing hockey, or going on the golf course and playing around?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm probably bad at both right now. All right, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Schoolyard sports fans, we're back here at the Pump Dinner with legendary boxer Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray, thank you for doing this interview.
All right, buddy. Yeah, how tall are you?
I'm about 5'11". I think I interviewed you 3 years ago. I was probably about 5'5".
Yeah, but you know what the thing about it? Tall fighters, I kind of annihilate.
Okay.
Like Tommy Hearns, those kind of guys. But are you a fighter?
Not a fighter. I was actually going to ask you. I'm trying to get into boxing, but, we think of new generation of boxing not as tough as your generation.
Yes.
What do you think could help out our new generation of boxing?
Duck.
Duck?
Just duck. Just duck. You know, you can be good, man. Can't hit it, though?
Because there's no superstars anymore. There's nobody like you. There's nobody like Mike. You don't have these superstars.
Okay. This is my guy.
Appreciate this interview. All right, Square Sports fans, we're back here at the Pump event with the man, the myth, the legend, Spike Lee. Thank you for doing this interview.
How you doing?
I'm good. Let's talk about the New York Knicks. I'm a big Knicks fan. I know Knicks have been with you.
Young. How old are you?
17.
All right.
The Knicks have been with you.
half.
I haven't been through it,
No, you ain't.
but I also
You haven't won since 72-73 season.
I haven't experienced the good times, but I've also experienced some really bad times.
What
Hopefully,
was the worst time you've had as a Knicks fan?
ooh, it wasn't even a bad season. I would say when Porzingis tore his ACL, because I thought the Knicks had hope that season to make the playoffs. So
What do you think about this season?
I think this season the Knicks can be great. When you look at the landscape of things, Jalen Brunson's going to be a superstar again. Karl Towns is back, and we got a great squad.
And also, who's not playing for two certain teams, the Pacers and the Celtics.
The Eastern Conference is wide open. The Knicks, I think, will be able to beat the Cavaliers, and I'm excited for a great season with the Knicks.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you so much for doing this interview.
All right.
All right, Squared Sports fans, we're here at the Pump Dinner with Showtime legend James Worthy. James, thank you for doing this interview.
Pleasure. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So when we think of the Lakers right now, with Luka Doncic leading the new era of the Lakers, you know, LeBron may not be here in a couple of years. What do you think they need to do to become Showtime 2.0?
I don't know if they want to be Showtime. I think they want to create their own time. You know what I mean? But I think with the leadership of Luka at 27 years old, coming back in great shape, they seem to be able to start building for his future. Ayton at 27, 28 years old, you know, that's peak time, and I'm sure he's putting a lot of pressure on himself to come in here. So I think, you know, we'll see this year with LeBron how they can create the chemistry they need. Third place in the West last year was unexpected, and so I was very happy to see them get there. But once they got into the playoffs, without a rim protector, I knew it would be difficult. But I think coming back this year, they may be able to solve some of those issues.
And then where were you? You know, what was your reaction when that trade did break, that the Lakers were getting Luka Doncic?
I was at work, and we had just gotten off the air, and I was driving home, and my coworker, Chris McGee, called me and said, hey, we got Luka. And, you know, obviously I was like, man, stop playing around. And he said, nah, Anthony Davis is going to Dallas. And at that point, it was realized. Hated to lose AD. He was a great rim protector. But we got a player that we can depend on for the next 10 years.
Probably the most shocking trade of my lifetime. Thank you for doing this interview.
All right.
All right, Squared Sports fans, we're back here at the Pump event with MLB legend Sammy Sosa. Sammy, thank you for doing this interview.
Thank you for having me.
So what's one story about your career, whether it was your hitting approach or the way you approached the game in the clubhouse, whatever it might have been, that a lot of people don't know?
Well, I mean, normally Alway was the guy that I fight hard, and you know, I never give up anything. Alway, you know, I always fight for what I want. I know who I was. I know what I can do, and I know the level that I can give, that I can reach. So pretty much work hard every day, made me who I am today.
Why do you think MLB players nowadays, their batting averages aren't as high as they were in your era, and they're not hitting as many home runs? You don't see that Sosa versus McGuire home run chase. You don't see players with close to a 400 average. What do you think that's for?
Well, I mean, game change. I mean, it's a different era right now. I mean, when we play, if you don't hit 300, you're not a good player. So pretty much today, a lot of people focus on, you know, home run. I mean, they pay more and everything, but also, you know, sometimes they leave behind a little bit, you know, let's say, you know, get him over, you know, bring it in. So, but anyway, you know, when I played, I did the best that I could. And, you know, today, you know, I just enjoy my life.
The last question I got for you, you obviously had a great rivalry with Mark McGuire over your career. Is there any relationship, any friendship nowadays between you two?
Yeah, I mean, Mark and I, we're always going to be friends. Normally, we have one thing as a ball player. If I don't see you for 10 years, when I see you, it's like at the first day. So pretty much we don't have a problem with that. I'm looking forward to see him in somewhere, someplace. But definitely, you know, Mark was, you know, one of the great people that I follow. We have, you know, we shock the world. We made this, you know, when we play 98, you know, we revolutionary the world. And normally, this is something that nobody can forget.
Thank you so much for this interview.
It's a pleasure, buddy.
Everybody's excited to see you here at the Pump Dinner. Johnny Manziel, college football legend. Maybe he might be my favorite college football player of all time.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this interview.
Of course, man. Yeah, glad to be here. The Pumps, man, I can't speak enough about what they've done for me, our years and years of friendship. Beautiful people, beautiful souls, so always love to come and represent them.
If NIL was around back in your era, what's one company or one deal you would love to have signed?
I mean, I loved my situation and deal with Nike. I thought it was amazing, a great company, one I always wanted to work with and got the opportunity to. But to have had the opportunity to do that in college would have been amazing.
How'd the name Johnny Football come about?
Man, it's a great question. Something that just sprung up throughout the year and stuck for over a decade now.
And the last question I got for you, what's one story that, I know you got a lot of stories they've told throughout the years, what's one story you haven't told, whether it's about Texas A&M, whether it's your time in the CFL, whether it's even with the Cleveland Browns, what's one story you got that you've never told?
I don't know. I've told a lot of stories, and a lot of them are off the cuff. Recent, man, I've been living a very blessed life with great family, great friends. I feel like I'm in an amazing place and just trying to continue that ride and continue it going. So I appreciate you.
Appreciate the interview. Thank you. All right, Squirt Sports fans, we're back here at the Pump Dinner with Mets legend, and I must say,
what up, Ray? What's up?
You're a Mets legend, and I must say, I am a huge Mets fan, so to do this is an honor. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's great to be out here. What are you doing out here in LA if you're a Mets?
Actually from Texas, but out here for the podcast, Mets fan in Texas.
Okay, well, that's good. I'll let you slide with that.
So, obviously, Pete Alonso broke the Mets record this week, broke your record for most home runs as a Met. Were you happy to see that? Were you happy for Pete and the direction of this team?
Of course I was happy for that. I mean, my record was there for 37 years. It's time for somebody to move on and break that record. Records are meant to be broken. It's part of sport. You can't say you want to hold on to a record just for yourself. I mean, there's generation after generation of players that's going to come through, and you cheer them on and be supportive of those players. We don't need to sit around and critique players about how good they are. It's hard enough to get out there and do what we do, and there's going to be some struggles, but there's going to be some good times, and hopefully you can get through the hard times.
The Mets are slumping right now, and it's bad. 13 out of the last 15, down 10-6 right now. What's a message you would like to give to this Mets team with everybody in that locker room that are the superstars that should be performing at a higher level?
Just keep your head up, keep plugging away, keep playing. Don't listen to the outside noise. It's going to always be there. Everybody that has played this game and every team has been through their own personal struggles. And it's just a matter of you knowing who you are and what kind of player you are for the team, and each player go up there and do their job. You got to realize that the stars are not going to do it every night, so other players have to pick up some of the slack, and when you do, that's what makes you a great team.
Do you think you'd ever want to become a manager in MLB?
Never.
Appreciate the interview. Thank you.
All right, kid. Thank you.
All right, Squirt Sports fans, we're back here with World Series manager Dusty Baker. Dusty, thank you for doing this interview.
Hey, man, no problem, young man.
So when you took over the Astros in 2020, it was obviously a time of turmoil with everything going on from the season before. What made you want to take that job, and what was really the biggest challenge of it leading up to 2022?
Well, number one, they were a good team. They were a good team already. And all the other teams I inherited, none were as good as they were. And, I prayed on it, and Lord told me, hey, man, that's the place to go if you want to try to win. And, the challenges weren't that much for me because I wasn't there. I wasn't part of it. Plus my first year there, 2020 was a COVID year, so we didn't have to really deal with, the second hand, we didn't have to really deal with all the fans booing and the way people were getting on the team. So, it was a great challenge for me, and it was great for me to go there because I was the oldest manager in the league, and it seemed like there's some age discrimination, in sports. It wasn't the world, and so I accepted the challenge, and I wanted to do it for the city, for my family, myself, and for everybody that's older.
Now, I don't know if you like to play favorites, but you managed a lot of great players in your career, whether it was Bryce Harper and Max Scherzer in Washington, or it could be anybody good in Houston. Yeah. Who would you say is the best player you managed throughout your career?
The best player, yeah, no doubt, Barry Bonds.
Okay.
That's easy. But I had some good ones. Bryce Harper, Jeff Kent, Robbie Thompson, Willie McGee, Will Clark, Matt Williams. I had some great players. Joey Votto and Jay Bruce in Cincinnati, Brandon Phillips. So you name them, list goes on. And I'm sure some guys are going to probably be upset because I forgot them.
Last question I got for you. It's actually a thing been circulating all over social media the past few weeks that you were a part of and even created the first ever high five. Is there some truth to that?
Well, that's what they say. Actually, I was just reciprocating to my teammate, Glenn Burke.
You were a part of it.
Well, I was part of it, yeah. But I didn't originate. Glenn Burke originated because he threw it up. I threw it up on him, and next thing I know, they're saying they give me the credit, but I give all the credit to my teammate, Glenn Burke.
That's a great story. Thank you.
All right, young man.
All right, Squirt Sports fans, we're back here at the Pump Dinner with NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon. Warren, thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, your Tennessee Titans this year drafted Cam Ward #1, and you gave him that #1. Was that a decision where it was like right away, I want to give him that #1? Or you really had to think like Cam Ward is going to be the guy, he was great at Miami, he's going to do great things in the NFL?
You know, I thought about it, and I also talked to other people about it. I talked to the owner of the Titans about it, see what she thought, and then I just thought about him as a person that I know. He was a really good kid, grounded, came from a great family, and I felt like he would take that number and do something positive with it. So that's one of the reasons why I did it.
When we think of NFL quarterbacks and the contracts they have nowadays, do you think it's a bit absurd, or is it, average? It should be what their value is as an NFL quarterback.
Well, I think it depends on what the game generates revenue-wise, and the game is generating a ton of revenue, and the players should get their fair share of it. And that's kind of the way it's happening right now. So I'm happy for them. I just don't want them to ever forget, how they got to this point, because there's a lot of guys like myself that really fought for them to get to this point, and that's why the game is so prosperous.
Last question I got for you. Who was a really tough defender that you had to go up throughout your career, and you kind of got a story that you've never told anybody about with that player?
Nothing in particular as far as a story, but so many great players. This guy standing right here was one I played against when he was early in his career. But Lawrence Taylor is another one, and maybe Reggie White was probably the story that was best. And one day that in a game we had Chris Carter going in motion to try and slow block him on the end of the line of scrimmage, and he picked up Chris and threw him into me as I was rolling out past him, and sacked me and threw Chris on the ground at the same time. So Reggie White was one of those just dominating players that he could take over a game whenever he wanted to.
That's great. Thank you so much for this interview.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, Squirt Sports fans, we're out at the Pump Foundation with Rick Barry. Thank you for doing this interview.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be here. I have such great respect for and proud of the Pump brothers. I've known them forever. What they've done as far as changing and saving lives and doing it in honor of their parents is truly remarkable. And it'd be nice if more people would do that. So I'm just happy that I can be here to, I don't know what kind of help I give them, but whatever help I'm happy to give them for what they're doing, I'm happy to do it.
You had an incredible career in the NBA, but when you think of what the current NBA is right now, what do you think your role would be on a current team?
I'd be playing point guard. I'd love to pass the ball. I would love to be playing now. Well, plus the fact that I got 3 zeros on my contract, so I didn't make the kind of money these guys make. But I didn't play for the money. I played because I love to play. And it's all about winning. It's not about what you do individually. It's about what you can accomplish as a team. That's the goal. And even if you're working in the real world, what can you do to help the company you're working for, who's paying you and give you a chance to have a wonderful life? What can you do to help make that company better? And it's the same way in sports. What can you do to help make your team better?
I got one more question for you. Do you think you'd ever want to give back to the league and try to be a head coach in the league one day?
Oh, I tried to be the coach. They wouldn't let me. So they were always afraid of me because I always spoke my mind. And it was kind of like athletes back in my day, as old as I am. The athletes are supposed to be dumb jocks, don't know what they're talking about, and they'd really particularly like it. Plus the fact I changed basketball by challenging reserve clause before Kurt Flood did it in baseball, and changed the whole dynamic of it. So I think a lot of them are still upset with me.
Thank you for doing this interview. All right, Squirt Sports fans, we're out here at the Pump Dinner with Barbara and Michael Ross. Thank you guys for doing this interview.
Great to meet you.
Pleased to meet you also.
So how did you get involved in this foundation? How do you know the Pump so well?
Well, we have a foundation ourselves called Connections Foundation, where we support and provide resources for youth and collegiate athletes. And NIL, mental health, wealth management. We have a monthly Zoom class for financial literacy. And so the philanthropy is a big thing with us. And I'm a lover of sports, and we've been entrepreneurs for over 30 years. So it puts everything together for us, that foundation. So that's how the Pumps and I met, because they were supporting our foundation. We started supporting theirs, and we've been going ever since. So.
You talk about NIL, I'm new into that world as well. I'm actually on the UTEP NIL advisory board. What do you think of the whole changing college landscape in that aspect?
It's totally amazing. I just wrote a book called No Immediate Loyalty, and that's out at Amazon and Barnes & Nobles now, and it's a fantastic book. It's 2025, so it's totally up to date with all the latest and greatest. But we have so many kids that are involved in that in our foundation. AJ Davansta is going to be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft in 2026, and Cam Johnson is going to be the number 1 pick in 27. So this is the type of kids that we have. 8 Olympic hopefuls, potential in 28. So we're so happy that they're doing it. But the big thing for us is to make sure they get their degree. And secondly, we show them how to invest and save that money properly.
I think everybody needs to go check out that book. Thank you for doing this interview.
You got it. Thank you.
All right, Squirt Sports fans, we're out here at the Pump Dinner with the Pumps, David and Dana Pump. Everything goes to them. Thank you guys for doing this interview.
No question. I'm happy for you and your family. A good family from El Paso, and you guys have been with us for some time now, and it's incredible the growth of the foundation, the growth of you and your family, and we continue to just, raise the bar.
I've literally known you guys since I was a toddler, so it's great to come back every year and do this. People might think Wayne Gretzky, Barry Bonds are the stars tonight. No, you guys are the stars. But what does it take to get that star-filled room throughout the year?
Consistency, doing the right thing in the city of LA where we grew up. As I just told people, it's great. We're living a fantasy. Every year we're seeing all our, growing up and seeing all the great Lakers, all the great Dodgers, the great Kings. I knew where I was on Miracle on Ice when Wayne Gretzky scored the goal. And to have everyone here tonight to celebrate is amazing.
And then let's talk about the foundation for a second, what the Pump Foundation really is, what this whole night is really about.
It's about our mom and dad, their legacy. We've established 3 wings at Northridge Hospital named after them, and it's incredible, the legacy, and we're going to keep it going, and we are more passionate than ever.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
So again, I want to thank David and Dana Pump for putting on such a great event for the 25th time. Again, the Harold and Carol Pump Foundation. Go to haroldpumpfoundation.com. Help raise funds for a cure for cancer. What a great night that was. Hope you had fun watching those interviews. I had a great time doing them. For anybody who I interviewed, thank you. For anybody who I didn't get to interview at the event, come on the show and we'll do one with you, a proper one in studio or virtual. That's about for Squirt Sports with Lane Frank, episode 227. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review for the best sports content in the world. Be back here next week, episode 228. Stay tuned.